Hello and welcome to Mad About Sports once again, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are back for yet another live stream, and we're going to be talking about India versus England. Now, it's 2 days of game which has been done. We're going to be talking in detail as to what are some of the talking points from these last 2 days, and obviously how do we see the next 3 days of game to be played. Now, before we get into today's stream, do not forget to check out our course. All of you, please do check out our course with Mad About Sports and Cricket Analytics. It's a 5 day workshop. I understand a lot of people have the ambition of playing sports and wanting to have played for India at some stage if you have already been a cricket fanatic or a cricket player. But due to various reasons, not a lot of people make it through. And you still want to make a career in sports, this is your opportunity to check it out with Mad About Sports. You can be a cricket analyst, you can get a very good package with a lot of leagues going across the world. This is your opportunity to make a career out of it. Check it out with Marabout Sport. Attend the 5 day workshop with zero prior knowledge, and possibly this could be a kickstart to your dream career. So let's get into today's stream. As I mentioned, we're going to be talking about this test match, which is ongoing in Rajkot. Now, we did talk about it in the preview, but let's understand where does it stand as of now. Now, as things stand, India batted first. India scored 445, and England are batting currently. 35 overs has been played in England's innings at 207. Yeah, it's not a 50 overs match we're talking about. It's a baseball effect, what you see in Test cricket, and baseball effect has well and truly taken its full color in this particular innings in Rajkot with Ben Duckett, who has had the highest strike rate in the series, scoring 100 of more than with a strike rate of more than 120. He scored 133 of 118 balls, and he's really taken it to cleaners to the Indian bowlers. And though India have the advantage of scoring 445 odd runs, and though it looks like India are still the team to really be up on the advantage, but let's be honest, England will really feel comfortable at the end of the day because they feel believe that they have wiped out 207 runs with their batting approach, and 35 overs of game was left when England came to bat, and they've absolutely steamrolled India when it comes to India's bowling. They've taken to cleaners every Indian bowler, and they've not spared anyone. I mean, there was no picking and choosing. They've gone behind everyone, is what it looks like. But in amidst of all this, there was something which we can talk about. We look at the scorecard to start off with. I mean, we did not come yesterday, so we'll also talk about what happened yesterday during the first innings, because that's something which we can talk about with India. Yeah, it's all live it's on the screen right now. So yeah, India batted first. India lost 3 wickets for 33 runs. Obviously, it was going to be an uphill climb for India with Rohit Sharma and Jadeja trying to build that partnership. They had a good 200 odd run partnership. They took their own time. They did not play baseball. They were very conventional, very orthodox with their approach to Test cricket, and they had a very good time batting. I mean, they saved India. It was a sinking ship after first session on day one, but they tried to steady that ship, and then they made sure that they scored good amount of runs in that first two sessions, where they only lost 2 wickets post that first two sessions, and the score at the end of the day was 300 and was 326 for 5. So that was a good score to go at the end of day one. But as you see, Jadeja scoring that brilliant 100 was much needed. Rohit Sharma coming good. We spoke about how important innings it was for Rohit Sharma to come good as a captain, and Jadeja as well, for him to come good. But more than everything, we have to talk about the debutant Sarfaraz Khan. I mean, it's been a beautiful journey for Sarfaraz Khan. I mean, yesterday we didn't come, so that's why I'm just bringing this up right now. The Sarfaraz Khan journey has been beautiful so far. I mean, he has really dreamt it and he's made it happen. And he played a vital knock. I felt the run out could have been is series defining, in my opinion, because imagine if Sarfaraz Khan wasn't out there, India could have possibly added 60, 70 more odd runs, because he was looking in sublime form. He was looking like the Ben Duckett of India's innings. He was really taking the ballers on for cleaners and really made the English spinners look very ordinary in terms of his bowling. But let's be honest. At the end of the day, it's about how you see things from a different perspective. And Sarfraz Khan saw that perspective of not giving respect to any English spinners and took them on. But his wicket at that juncture was very vital. Jadeja could be blamed. Yeah, Jadeja himself took the responsibility via an Instagram post. But what I feel is that's where he fell short of good 60, 70 runs. And another debutant who showed a lot of temperament today was Dhruv Jurel. I mean, an extraordinary innings. I know he got two lives there at 32 in itself, but he showed a lot of temperament, a lot of grittiness. I mean, he looked good. I mean, there was technically he looked very, very at ease while he batted out there. Now he came in as a replacement for KS Bharat, right? I mean, KS Bharat as was averaging 20 in the last 12 innings he has batted. He has never batted more than 88 balls in his test career in a particular innings. Dhruv Jurel in his first innings has already batted for 104 balls. And he looked at a lot of these, especially playing quickies like Mark Wood and James Anderson. He had that stride on. You know when you see a batter play like this guy can do, he's a guy for the long run. It just looked like Dhruv Jurel was looking like a batter who was technically sound and gifted. And Ashwin also contributed to a vital partnership. India could have capitulated for 350 odd, but Dhruv Jurel was there to make sure that Yeah, apologies for that network glitch which has taken place, but yeah, we're back again to be talking about it. Yeah, at the end of the day, as I was mentioning, it was a very, very important knock when it comes to how this particular Dhruv Jurel went on to bat. I mean, if you look at Dhruv Jurel's career and as a domestic player, the way in which he's had the career progress in terms of his path has been exceptional. And more than everything, we have to give credit to where it's due. I mean, especially for someone like Dhruv Jurel to come out there and to take the responsibility. I mean, let's give it. It's not a lot. It's not everybody's cup of cake, right? When it comes to going out there and playing at that ease, especially if you're a debut. And he showed jitters initially. I mean, that's fair enough to him. I mean, it's not easy to make your debut for India and be that successful, and by making the debut. But 46 odd runs felt like he really belonged there. And that's where I'll give credit to Dhruv Jurel for that particular knock. And that really has helped India if you look in the context of things as it stands right now. Now, as you see on the screen as well, um, the most important thing over here is what I feel is from here on, how much can India build upon? Now, a lot of there'll be a couple of question marks as to how much can India really score, like how much can India really restrict England to. Now, very interesting idea is you can maybe go extremely defensive next day morning to maybe restrain someone like a Ben Duckett and make sure that he doesn't get going. He is put under complete lock. It's very important for India to look into that particular angle as well, because if India doesn't get Ben locked, India will be in serious challenges because two reasons. Number one, Ben Duckett is someone who can really turn this game. He can maybe wipe away that 200 lead, whichever India has at this point, in no time. I mean, that is one factor with which India will be having that in the mind, that India would want to restrain Ben Duckett as much as possible, not give away anything. that is the most important thing which India will have to do tomorrow morning. That is to restrict Ben Duckett and to make sure that he is not going to score anything in excess of 20 to 15 runs. Because if Ben Duckett stays there, then the game is going to definitely take its own course, and England will feel far more superior. But if Ben Duckett is out tomorrow in the first 20 to 40, 30 balls, then India will feel like, okay, there is Johnny Bairstow and Joe Root, who has not scored a lot of runs in this innings, in this test series. They can get them a lot more easier, in a lot more easier way. Now, these are options. Will it work or not? And only time will tell us, because it's not going to be easy, as I mentioned, because you will have to get Ben Duckett out. At the same time, you will also have to, work really, really, really hard to get the rest of the wickets and make sure that India maintains a lead at the end of the day. Because having them already scored 207 runs, they can absolutely wipe past the rest of the runs in no time at all. And that is where, you really want to be up top of the game, and that's where you really want to be doing things in the most perfect manner as possible. Now, having said that, what is the possibilities of India getting a lead, right? Who are the bowlers to watch out for? I mentioned Ashwin is the biggest talking point of the day because he's already hit 500 test wickets. Not a mere achievement, let's be honest. I mean, 500 test wickets, obviously a big, big achievement for someone of Ashwin's caliber. I mean, he's picked up he's picked up wickets all across the world, and he's been a stalwart when it comes to Indian spin bowling department. And you'll remember him for what he's been able to do in the short career. He's been able to really do well. I mean, he made his debut post Harbhajan Singh, and in the last 12 years, he's picked up 500 wickets at a very quick rate. I mean, he's just behind Kapil Dev and Anil Kumble to be the most successful test spinner in Indian history. And he's really worked hard. And even today, when he picked up Zaid Ali, you know the relief he had in his face, because it looked like that 500 was eluding him a little bit more. And tomorrow, once again, if someone has to pick up Ben Duckett, you will have to bet your money on Ravichandran Ashwin, because he's someone who's got that experience. He's someone who's been there, someone who can do the job beautifully for India. And once again, leaving it to Ravichandran Ashwin to really do the job for India. And if things go well, hopefully you will see India really bowling England out, and India coming back into the game strongly. But what is it? What do we need to really look on for from the pitch? Pitch looks flat at this point. I mean, Indian bowlers are trying their best. I mean, that's what I can say. They're really, really trying their best to, restrict the English team, and they'll have to come up with something out of the box. Because for a bass ball on a flat deck, you really served it on the platter for them. Because one thing which India shouldn't have done was to prepare a flat deck like what they have done. Because even Pakistan, that's what the mistake they did last year when England toured Pakistan, where they prepared flat decks and bass ball was in full effect. Now, this wicket is not doing a lot, and second day was the best day for batting. If at all there's invariable bounce, or if the ball starts turning a lot more, that's where bass ball could be tested. That's how they've been tested in Hyderabad, or for that matter in Vizag. So India will know they'll have to get a big lead as well. Whatever lead they have, they'll have to put up a good score in order to stop basketball. Remember, they got 300 in excessive in both the test matches in the second inning, so they'll know 300 is not a safe score against basketball, because they back themselves to chase any score down. So that's what you can say from the basketball approach. And I think that's about it from us for tonight. It's a short live stream, and we wanted to convey as much as possible as to what was happening. And as I mentioned, it's the scores card stands as of it is. India have scored 445, England 207 in 35 overs, with Ben Duckett 133 in 118 balls. And India will have a job cut out tomorrow to make sure that they don't let England get away, and they make sure that they restrict England as soon as possible as well. That's about it. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to check out our course on Mad About Sports once again. It is on cricket analytics, and you can make a career out of cricket analytics by joining our course. And this could be a stepping stone to a dream career which you always wanted. Have a good time, all of you. See you all soon. Bye bye.